everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's kiki, sorry guys, before we dive into today's kiki, which is doing a deep dive into the part 1 reunion of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We are going to get into it. But before we dive in, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community. Check out the description box below and shop our love collection. As always, everything in my videos is alleged, rumored, and opinion-based. With that, let's dive right on in. It's going to be good. Hey, chocolate chunks. That's right, you guys. As you come into the room, be sure to drop your candy canes and say hi. If you're watching on the replay, comment down below. Drop your candy canes and say hi. Darren Hood, thank you for holding me down. What is up? Hey, Harriet says hello, Candy. Hello, hello, hello. All right, you guys, let's get into it. Oof, 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 oof. I will say one thing. This episode alone is going to give me so much content because I'm going to be breaking down different sections. So keep an eye out. Make sure you're subscribed because today we're going to do the full review of this episode. But I'm going to break down different chunks. We'll get to it. Okay. Now, let's start with the elephant in the room, which is Kyle Richards' appearance. Now, I'm not body shaming or anything like that, but you know what? We can talk about it. We can talk about it. We can mention it all. So we know that she got her breast implants removed, I believe. Either her breast implants were removed or she got a reduction. One of the two. Either way, I think it looks good on her. I think it's good for her physique. They keep saying she has blonde hair. No, I have blonde hair. She just has like highlighted hair. It's just like a little bit of highlights in her already dark hair. So I don't know why they keep calling it blonde. But did anybody notice that? Did she get her teeth done? We're going to get more into the nitty gritty of it, but I just have to talk about this. Like, did she get her teeth done? Because is it just me or is she having a hard time talking? Like, she talks like there's something going on with her teeth. I don't know if she got them done. I don't know if she went to the homeless, not toothless charity and got, I don't know. But there's something going on with her teeth and the way she's talking. And she's lost some weight. She's lost some weight. Maybe it's from stress. Maybe it's from guilt. Maybe the guilt of being an awful sister is eating her ass up. Maybe that's why she's lost all this weight, because she feels guilty as hell for betraying her sister. Okay. Anyway, enough of Kyle. Let's get into it. Now, Rinna to me was delusional and doing the absolute most and deflecting. Again, condolences to anyone that has lost a parent or a parent is sick. But I did not need Lisa Rinna talking about this is Lois's bird and I feel like the angels are with me. No, Lisa Rinna, the demons are with you. The demons are with you, Lisa Rinna, because you're evil all the way around. Miss me with the deflection. I will say this. During this particular part of the reunion, she was quieter than usual. I think her takedown comes part 2 when they bring on Kathy Hilton. Now, speaking on bringing out guests, we could have. This is no shade to Jamie Lee Curtis. I actually really respect her. She's been in Hollywood for like 40 years. Like, God bless her. But we didn't need that segment. That could have been a commercial break. That could have been a commercial promo. The only reason why Jamie Lee Curtis was there was to promote the movie Halloween Ends, and to promote her charity. That's a commercial. That's a promo. That's an ad. That was not a surprise guest person. Usually if you have a surprise guest, they're coming with some tea. They're coming with some receipts. Everyone is shooketh. But instead the ladies were so fake. Oh my God, we got pumpkins. Oh my God, you brought us pumpkins? Listen, I would prefer Kathy Hilton's tequila any day over a damn pumpkin. I don't care if my face is on it. I don't need a lantern. I don't need a pumpkin. I would take some tequila over it. And then you also notice the hypocrisy with the way the women received Jamie Lee Curtis popping in on the show just to do a promo versus how they treated Kathy Hilton, who popped in to do a promo of her tequila. First of all, Kathy Hilton is not a full-time diamond holder. Her contract, her responsibility to participate, I put that in quotes for anybody who's just listening, is different from a full-time diamond holder. Kathy Hilton's responsibility on the show is closer to Jamie Lee Curtis's doing a cameo than it is to any of those ladies on that couch who are full-time diamond holders. So it's really funny to me how they had all the smoke for Kathy Hilton promoting the tequila, but yet they had no problem having their faces all up Jamie Lee Curtis's butt like she was the next Messiah. Like, it was the hypocrisy for me, ladies. So when it's somebody that you're trying to cozy up to, when it's somebody that you're trying to social climb with, it's cool for them to pop in and promote something, right? But when Kathy does it, all of a sudden you have a problem with it, right? Miss me with that. Jamie Lee Curtis, it was a cute moment, should have been a promo, not a special guest. All right, let's see. Let's get back to Lisa Rinna for a bit, and then we're going to get into some of the real nitty-gritty of this bullshit. I mean, it's a lot, you guys. It's a lot, because I'm really squinting at everything going on, and it's a lot. Lisa Rinna was sitting there like the cat that got the cream, the same way she did when her and Erica first went to Kyle's house for the diamond party. Finally, Lisa Rinna gets to be the HBIC, and finally, Lisa Rinna gets to sit next to Andy. But isn't it pathetic and sad that Lisa Rinna finally gets her moment? She finally gets her moment to sit next to Andy at the reunion. She finally gets to be an HBIC, and it has to only deal with Kathy Hilton. It had nothing to do with Lisa Rinna herself other than her being a bone carrier of lies. Nothing to do with her life. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like you're sitting there like you really did something, Rinna. You're sitting there like you really brought it this season. You didn't. People should sit next to Andy because they exposed something about their life. Kyle is sitting next to her because it's about her life with her sister. You're not even friends with Kathy. Go away, Lisa Rinna. All right, now let's go to Garcelle. I'm really happy that they brought up Botgate. I was concerned that they would gloss over it or that they wouldn't. So I'm really, really happy that they brought up Botgate. That made me very happy. I did not know, and my heart goes out to Garcelle. My heart goes out to her son, that these evil bots sent her Playboy pictures to her son. That is absolutely disgusting. That is even worse than what we knew. We knew about the racism, we knew about the threats, but to send her Playboy pictures to her child, that's a different level of disgust. That's a different level of violation. God bless Garcelle that she had the grace to sit there and not really put her foot in some of those women on the couches, because it's my opinion that it was Diana, Lisa, and Erica. I think the three of them got together to do Botgate. I think it's just like I've been saying this since day one, and a lot of my conspiracy theories were confirmed during this episode. I said it from day one. Diana has the money and the means. Lisa Rinna and Erica James were the ones who put her up to it, and they were the ones who were orchestrating it. Diana just paid for it. And didn't she say when she was on there, oh, just come with me. I have the money. I have the means. I can get lawyers. I can get this or that. Because isn't that exactly what you're doing with Lisa Rinna, and that's exactly what you're doing with Erica Girardi? 100%. That's why, Andy, you did good, but you didn't do great. Because you still didn't ask the real questions. When you were talking to Diana and Erica about Diana's alleged um donation to the victims, you still didn't ask the right freaking questions. Number one, you said, "Oh, did you actually donate money?" And she said, "Oh, money has been donated." Number one, you should have asked her, "Did you donate directly to the victims $100,000 of your own money?" Because these people like to lie and get slick with semantics. So just by her saying, "Oh, money has been given," has money been given to set up the charity? Has money been given through donations that you were asking for people from because you were basically crowdfunding it? How was money given and who was the money given to? I need answers. I need answers. So you can't ask a vague question because then they can give a vague answer. She still never said out of her mouth, "I gave $100,000 of my own money." She never said that. So to me, it's still bullshit. You didn't give them any money. You're lying, Diana. You're lying. Also, Andy, you asked the wrong question to Erica. You're like, "Oh, I thought you would have been pissed that she was giving the money to them. Oh, I thought that it was trolling." And Erica was like, "No, no, I thought it was great that she was, if everyone's going to keep, what did she say, harping or something like that?" Erica, shut up. If you're going to keep harping about victims and orphans or whatever, like, do something about it. The real question should have been, Erica, did you put Diana up to putting out this fake press release, this fake narrative that she gave money to the victims? Because number one, Diana herself said it in the confessional that the only reason why she put out that press release saying she gave money was to shade and be a dig at the other castmates, i.e. Garcelle and Crystal, because they kept talking about Erica's and the victims and the restitution, and to clap back at us, the audience, who were calling into question Erica's fraud. Diana said that herself in the confessional. It was a subliminal F you to us and an F you to the other castmates. Also, Erica herself, even before Diana got on the show, even last season, Erica kept saying, "Well, if you care so much about the victims, why don't you donate? If you care so much, you just want to be with the victims because you think it's cool, why don't you do something about it?" So and then also what Diana said in the reunion echoed exactly what Erica said. "Oh, I couldn't just, sit around and talk about it, the victims and the money and not do something." And then also her predetermined script, which clearly came from Erica. "Oh, well, since Erica is in a legal battle and her hands are tied," who says that other than the person who's trying to plant that narrative? So, Andy, again, you missed the mark. The question isn't, Erica, do you think Diana is trolling you? The question is, Erica, did you put Diana to troll us? That whole bullshit about the 100K to the victims, that was nothing but trolling us. That was nothing but trolling the other castmates. Erica and Diana were trolling us. Diana was never trolling Erica, but Andy still doesn't get it. He still doesn't get that whatever Diana does, it is co-signed by Erica and Lisa Rinna. 100%. Just doesn't get it. Ugh. All right, now let's go on to, also, did you catch, because I'm just going to riff, you guys. I'm just going to riff. Also, did you catch that the reason why, because we all know that Diana Jenkins has put it out there that she has done some lawsuit, like anonymous lawsuit against the bots, right? The people who did the bots. We don't have a name yet, blah, 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 blah. And she's seeking legal action. Did you notice that in the reunion, Garcelle said first that she has her own investigation going on? So that is the way you do it, Garcelle. You investigate privately, right? So you're not, giving the people a heads up. She's like, "I already have an investigation going on." That gave Diana the heads up that Garcelle had an investigation because remember, they filmed the reunion weeks ago. So during the filming of the reunion, Garcelle lets it be known that she has her own investigation going on. Now, all of a sudden, Diana wants to publicly put it out there that she has her lawyers doing some fake lawsuit against anonymous bots. All of a sudden, Diana, now you want to be in the fold, but yet you are threatening Garcelle and her son? I'm telling you, Diana is evil and disgusting. And she thinks she's smart and manipulative, but you're not. We're on to you. We are on to you. So the whole time you're out here playing in our faces, saying that you were going after the anonymous bot people, you only did it to counteract Garcelle's investigation because she said it on the show. She said, I already have my own investigation going on. And also, Diana said, oh, well, I have the means. I have the legal people if you want to do it with me or whatever. So that right there proves Garcelle had her own investigation going on before Diana ever did any legal action. Garcelle did it privately. And then Diana went and put it out publicly to cover her own ass. Why in the world would Garcelle partner with you, Diana? Why? So your people can create the narrative, they can control the evidence, they can put out whatever they want to put out. Why would Garcelle partner with you on the investigation when you're the one who's being investigated? Diana did that because she wanted to counteract the fact that Garcelle was already investigating it. You're low down and you're dirty, Diana. You're dirty. And the fact that you sent that text message to Garcelle talking about I'm gonna go after you, blah 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 blah, and all of this stuff, right? You know what? Let me read it. Let me read it. Again, you guys, I'm gonna do more videos on each topic of this reunion because there was so much juice, and in those I'll have the screenshots and everything. But I'm gonna read what the text says, and then we're gonna break it down why I think Diana really is behind this stuff. So remember, Garcelle's 14-year-old son was being cyber attacked and bullied. There was racism, there was all of that stuff. The final straw was when someone sent him the message that said, you'd have your neck kneeled on if it weren't for your white daddy. Tell your mom to leave Diana alone or you'll deal with us. Okay? Diana's response to that, to Garcelle, is this. Believe me when I say, if anything happens to my children, you will be held legally responsible and no Bravo contract will stop me. I guess by making Cherie take down my birthday post, you wanted to solidify me as racist and actually ruin my life. You exposed yourself so much in this text, it's not even funny, Diana. Number one, you talking about anything happening to your children, isn't the only person right now being attacked is Garcelle's child? And when you're talking about, oh, in my country, when somebody makes a threat, it's a real threat. First of all, when was the last time you set foot in Bosnia? You're not in your country, you're in America. And in America, when there is a threat against a Black man, usually that threat is also fatal and truthful. In the country that you're actually living in, which is America, when somebody says, I'm going to put my foot on your neck to a young Black boy, that is a threat of murder. So shut up. You're disgusting, Diana. You're absolutely disgusting. I can't even stand you right now. Then she says, I guess by making Cherie take down my birthday post, you wanted to solidify me as racist and actually ruin my life. Cherie, I'm talking to you now. I'm talking to you now, Cherie. You're disgusting. You not only did you betray Garcelle, but you betrayed all Black women. And I'm going to tell you why. Dumb, dirty Diana just told on you. Did she tell you to post a picture of her on your Instagram? because she wanted to deflect from saying it must be hard to be a Black content creator. And so because you were such a pick me, you did that knowing what she was doing to Garcelle and to Garcelle's son, knowing that every single day we saw it on the reunion, she was going after her in social media and everything that was happening to her son. So you didn't, out of just, oh, me and Diana are fast friends, let me post her on my social media birthday. Diana exposed you. She told you to post it because she was doing damage control, because she was being called a racist about what she said about that Black content creator. And just like the pick me person you are, you betrayed Garcelle and you did that. She told on you. Why would she bring up you and your birthday post in this scenario unless it was a setup? Unless it was a setup. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I'm happy Garcelle made you take it down. Anyway. Sorry, y'all. That just gets me heated. It gets me heated. Ugh. But I'm going to do a whole separate video on dissecting Diana, because a lot of what she said really exposed herself. Really did. All right, now let's get into Dorit's break-in. We can talk about this for a second because Dorit's not that interesting, but let's just cover it because she was there. All right. Now, Dorit's break-in, I'm torn. I'm torn. There's a part of me that wants to believe her. There's a part of me that thinks this is all BS. I'll do a separate video on this because I need to do a deeper dive. But to me, Dorit's whole season was flat. She didn't have a storyline. I know the whole PTSD break-in was her storyline, but that really wasn't effective. You know what I mean? To me, Dorit was just flat. I don't care that Andy Cohen yawned while you were talking. I was yawning too. To me, the whole time, Dorit just was flat. So that's enough on Dorit. I don't really know what else to say about her at this point. Kyle was the biggest hypocrite. I mean, the biggest hypocrite I have ever seen in my freaking life on this episode. Let us count the ways. She kept going after Crystal, right? And you have to stop and say, why is Kyle going after Crystal so hard? Oh, that's right. Kyle wants Crystal gone so that they can bring Teddy back. Now, side note, rock with me on this. Kyle likes to put it out there that it was her decision that she wanted Kathy, her sister, on the show. But I thought that Kyle did not have the power to say who was cast on the show or not. So which is it, Kyle? Is it you had the power to bring your sister on the show? And if so, then how come you don't have the power to bring Teddy back on the show? So it's one of two things. You keep publicly saying you're windmilling for Teddy to get back. But if you have the power to bring your sister on, wouldn't you have the power to have Teddy stay? But if you don't have the power, then you had nothing to do with your sister coming on the show, even though you like to act like you did, like she needs to be beholden to you, when the truth is Andy wanted Kathy on the show from day one. And Andy would prefer Kathy over all of them. I'm talking about the full Fox 5. I'm not talking about the other people, right? So, shut up, Kyle. That's just a side note of the hypocrisy and the talking out of both sides of your mouth. Do you have the power to cast people? Or do you not have the power to cast people? Shut up, Kyle. So she kept going after Crystal because we all know that she wants Crystal gone and Teddy back. Now, hypocritical moment for Kyle. She keeps nitpicking every word that Crystal says, trying to keep saying Crystal is lying, Crystal's confusing, Crystal's making up stories, which isn't actually true. I understood what Crystal was saying about losing the 14 friends. She said, once I got on the show, my friends started acting funny. And so I said to Rinna, hey, my friends are acting funny. What should I do? And Rinna was just like, oh, get ready for it. The longer you're on the show, the more you're on the show, the more you're going to have more fallouts, the more things are going to happen, right? I understood that. Now, Kyle, on the other hand, is trying to think that she's a wordsmith Jedi Knight, and you're just not that smart, Kyle. Talking about, oh, so it has nothing to do with the show, but you just said before, so during filming, blah, 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 blah. Well, something else was said. Something else was said, about you on the show and why you had the falling out, but I don't want to say it. Okay, so you don't want to say what you allegedly heard about Crystal, yet you then turned around and tried to bully Crystal and say, well, you were lying about Sutton saying the dark thing. If you don't want to say something about what the dark thing she said was, don't bring it up. Well, neither should you, Kyle. If Crystal shouldn't put it out there, oh, Sutton said something dark, but I'm not going to say what it is, then you shouldn't say, oh, well, I heard the real reason why your friends had a falling out, Crystal, but I'm not going to say what it is. You're a hypocrite, Kyle. You're a hypocrite. So you can do it, but Crystal can't. Thank you so much for the super chat, Natalia. She goes, hello, Candy. Kyle is a snake. That part. She said her husband was sleeping when Kathy had a meltdown, but why he didn't see the house in shambles next day. Set up. That part. That part. Number one, if if Kathy had this huge PTSD inducing breakdown where she's slamming things and jumping on glasses to the point where Lisa Rinna is so scared and traumatized that she has to lock herself in the door, how come Mauricio didn't wake up? If somebody is in my house throwing a temper tantrum to the point where somebody is saying that they're traumatized for life and they're effing abused, wouldn't you wake up? Kyle, you're a liar. Thank you so much, Natalia, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Okay. Oof. Also, you guys, I just did a video on, because you're saying Kyle's a snake, she is. There is now a new leaked footage. There's now new leaked footage where Kyle is admitting to Erica that she's happy that everything about Kathy's alleged meltdown is out there. And she cut Erica off because Erica was telling it. And she was like, oh, actually, you know what? I think I could play it. I think I have it on here. No, I don't. But anyway, I'll link it down below. I'll link it below, you guys. Where she was saying that she was happy everything was coming out. And then don't forget, she said that Lisa and Erica took the opportunity to hijack. So basically what she's saying is this. I gave Lisa and Erica the green light to go against Kathy, to disrespect her, to poke the bear, to leak stuff about what she said about me allegedly in Aspen. I gave them the green light to go ahead and disrespect my sister and take her down. But then they took that opportunity and hijacked it for themselves. Then they started exaggerating. Then they started adding things on. So then Erica used the opportunity to be like, hey, well, Kyle gave me the green light to take her sister down. Well, let's take the heat off of me. Let's use Kathy to take the heat off of me. Then Lisa Rinna's like, well, hey, Kyle gave us the green light to take her sister down. I'm going to use this for a storyline because I got nothing else going on in my own life that I actually want to talk about. I mean, she has a lot going on, but just not stuff she actually wants to expose. And that is what Kyle meant when she said they took advantage of this opportunity. Because in Kyle's dim-witted little head, she actually thought that they would just make her the victim. That Kyle would just be the victim and it's mean, bad Kathy. But just like Kyle said, they took advantage of the opportunity. And what is an opportunity? It is always what? Given. You were always given an opportunity. So who gave Lisa Rinna and who gave Erica the opportunity? It was Kyle. Kyle gave them the opportunity to go after her sister, and then she turned around and got pissed when they used the opportunity for themselves. That is what Kyle is mad about. She's not mad that they went after Kathy. She's mad because they went after Kathy in a self-serving way rather than just making Kyle look like a victim. She told on herself. I'll link that video down here below as well. Okay, you guys. Now, Crystal, I like Crystal. She's fine. She can stay. They need to get over the whole dark comment. She messed up. She overspoke. She was trying to cover for herself. If Sutton has forgiven Crystal, the rest of the ladies need to forgive Crystal too. And again, my other conspiracy theory got confirmed, right? They were talking about how Crystal's this dramatic millennial and how Crystal was saying the buzzwords, violated, not feeling like a safe space. And the moment Crystal said violated, and not feeling like those women were a safe space, that is the moment where they started to try and discredit her. All of a sudden, that 14 girl fallout rumor came out because Crystal overreacts. She holds a grudge. She can't be trusted. She's a liar. Oh, well, she never said this about her ED. I never heard that about her ED. Oh, really? She has all this money, but she's never gotten help. That is when they set into motion their campaign to discredit Crystal because they didn't like the fact that she was saying to them, you don't honor my feelings. You don't validate my feelings. You don't honor my experience. This is not a safe space. Now, I will say to Crystal, there's a difference between feelings and facts. The fact is, Sutton did not violate you. You felt violated. And those are two different things. I agree with Crystal that the women did not try to understand what her experience was, but I think it got very muddy and blurry when you tried to act like Sutton was being malicious or that she intentionally was trying to violate you, because she wasn't. There's a difference between what a person's intentions was and what your experience of them was. Those are two different things. You were triggered by what Sutton did, but Sutton herself did not do anything to you. And those are two separate things. And I think that that is what is being missed, either on purpose in their narrative, or they just don't understand that. One of the two ways. And I think that's where Crystal lost the battle, where she tried to equate her experience of something to somebody's intentionality, when those are two very clearly two different things. I think that's where Crystal really lost the battle. But also, these women were never checking for Crystal unless she was going to be another Teddy. That's why they want Teddy back so bad, because Teddy will just be like, okay, I'll say whatever you want. I got this podcast and I'm just going to sit up here and I'm going to say whatever they want. Wind me up, Lisa. Wind me up, Kyle. I'm just going to spew out whatever you want. Shut up, Teddy. But Crystal found her voice. She found her own perspective. She found her own point of view. And she was like, no, you know what? You guys take everything I say and you try and twist it and undermine me. You guys were trying to play me with my ED story. You guys were being dismissive of me. I gotta tell you, I know we're talking about Crystal, but I keep coming back to Kyle. I gotta tell you, Kyle, to me, this amount of grace I was giving to Kyle just really went out the window. Like, completely out the window. When she interrupted Garcelle, when Garcelle was talking about Diana and the bots, and she tried to explain, I was going to say mansplain, but Kyle's not a man. She was trying to white-splain, whatever the hell she was doing, to Garcelle what Diana's point was. I wanted to reach through the screen and mollywop her. Again, I'm not a violent person. I wouldn't actually do it. But did I imagine doing it? 100%. Shut the F up, Kyle. First of all, the conversation had nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Was it your child being threatened? No. Was Garcelle accusing you of doing the threatening? No. So shut up and sit down, Kyle. It literally had nothing to do with you. Garcelle understood what Diana was saying. What Diana was saying was some bullshit. And that is what the point was. She didn't need you to explain to her what dumbass Diana was saying. And I know I'm getting really heated right now, but I take this topic very, very personally. I take it very personally. This particular topic. I take it extremely personally. I have nephews who are young Black men, and I know how it feels for them to have to show up in the world and the country that we unfortunately, the way it, not unfortunately live in, but the circumstances are unfortunate, right? I know what it feels like to be a Black woman in this country. So shut up, Diana. Shut up, Kyle. Because you actually have no idea what it feels like to feel like that your skin, the way you look, who you are, is constantly being targeted. You have no idea what that feels like. I don't care that Diana came from Bosnia. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not being insensitive or disrespectful to refugees. I'm not being disrespectful or insensitive to people who are immigrants. None of that. I'm talking about Diana particularly as a person, not any group that she represents. Let me just make that very, very clear, because I mean no disrespect to any of those groups. It's just infuriating. Absolutely infuriating the amount of gaslighting, the amount of dismissiveness, the amount of white-splaining that they were trying to do to Garcelle. It was absolutely disgusting. Okay, let's keep going. Sutton really didn't talk this part, so I'm happy Sutton's there, but Sutton didn't really say anything. I don't even think I have any notes on Sutton. Okay, now let's see. Diana was there. Garcelle, Kyle needs to go. I love that Garcelle really stood up for herself and didn't back down. Like when Andy was like, "Oh, did you actually think any woman in our group was behind it?" And she was just like, "Yes, if I'm being honest, I do." And I'm happy she said that. I'm happy that she really put it out there and let it be known that she thought it was Diana. And honestly, in my opinion, I think it was Diana, Rinna, and Erica. I've said that from day one. I've said it from day one. Did they go through Patrick Summers? Maybe, maybe not. Did they go through some similar type of agency or some similar type of person? Probably so. And just like Diana said herself, she has the money and the means. Diana paid for it. Lisa and Erica co-signed it. 100%. Okay, let's see what you guys were saying in the chat box. I'm just going to start at a random comment. So if I miss your comment, I apologize. Okay, I'm just going to start here. Okay. Hey, Darren Hood, Kyle made me mad when she defended Diana instead of Garcelle. Exactly. Exactly. It was none of her business. It had nothing to do with her at all. At all. Oh, and another time Kyle was such a hypocrite and I just wanted to like, I think a caller or a tweet person said it, how Kyle was saying that, you know, she felt that Sutton always has to insert herself, like one up people, when Diana was saying, "Oh, I had a miscarriage," and then Sutton brought up the 2 miscarriages that she did, and Kyle really dismissed her and was like, "Oh, you had a miscarriage? I don't believe you. You never told us," which was so evil and so dirty, right? But then she had no problem chiming in about her ED, right? When Crystal was talking about her ED. And another time where Kyle did the same exact thing and was completely hypocritical was during the reunion. When Dorit was talking about her break-in, she was like, "Oh, it was so hard, and the break-in and the trauma, blah, blah, blah." So Dorit was talking about the break-in. Did or did not Kyle cut Dorit off to insert her own break-in story? "Oh, well, did you guys know that the people who broke into my house reached out to my sister-in-law and was like, 'Give us some money and then we'll give you your stuff back'? So we gave them some money. Like, isn't that crazy?" And they're like, "Oh, we think you're going to call the police, blah, 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 blah." And she's like, "We don't care about that. We just want our stuff back." So how is it not the epitome of hypocrisy, Kyle, that Dorit is sitting there talking about her PTSD and her trauma from her break-in, and you literally cut her off to talk about the fact that you're getting your stuff back from your alleged break-in? Isn't it convenient, Kyle, and a little suspicious, Kyle, that your best friend Teddy, her husband, was the one who installed your surveillance, your house security, right? We all know that Teddy's husband's security company has been under fire for being fraudulent. There's lawsuits against him and his company. Isn't it convenient that his company just so happened to be the same exact company that did your security installation right when you got robbed? And isn't it very convenient that now all of a sudden the robbers just happen to show up with all of your family heirlooms and all of the bags and all of the jewelry that you allegedly got stolen? What thief holds on for 5 years or however long it was? It's been a couple of years at this point. What thief holds on to the goods? Now I'm thinking, Kyle, you set it up. You set that robbery up for insurance money. Dorit was like, that's a good scam. Let me get in on that. What robber just happens to hold on to all of the jewelry and the bags and the heirlooms that's worth thousands and millions of dollars in their grandmother's house, just in a storage, in a consignment shop, just all packaged up and bubble wrapped, waiting for you to come and pick it up? Kyle, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I don't know who your insurance company is. I don't know if it's Geico. I don't know if it's State Farm. I don't know who it is, but I would be like, this chick just said that the robbers kept all of her stolen goods in storage, and they called her up and said, hey, all you got to do is pay a storage fee and come pick up your stuff. The first thing I'm doing if I am a robber is I'm hawking it. I'm hawking it. Pawn shops, dark web, trade. Yo, I'll give you these jewelry. Give me the money. Give me the drugs. Give me whatever. I don't know. I don't know what these people are doing. But the first thing you do is you get rid of the goods because they're hot. Or you could sit on them because they're hot, but you don't sit on them for years. You don't. Kyle, I just so happen to have all of your robbery stuff bubble wrapped in my grandma's basement. When do you want to come and get it? You want me to Uber Eats it to you? Want me to drop ship it? Shut up, Kyle. The biggest hypocrite in the world. The biggest hypocrite in the world. You literally just said that Sutton likes to one-up people when they're talking. And what did you just do to to Dorit? And to Crystal. Kyle, you're disgusting. All right, let's go. Hey, Marie Paisley, white splain, F you. Exactly. Kyle, Garcelle didn't need you to explain what dumbass Diana was saying to her. She understood exactly what she was saying. But what Diana said, like I said before, was some bullshit. Point blank, period. Hey, Carla's Corner. Yes, that chocolate. Hey, Babs, that translates to BS. Kyle pulled on Garcelle, passed me off. Molly, exactly. Carla Corona says, at Darren, I was 2. Jan says, Janet, yes. Teflon Sutton. Denise Fitzpatrick says, love your teddy voice. Thanks, guys. Hey, Carla's Corona, Babs, LOL. All right, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Hey, Janet. She goes, Kyle's problem in life is she doesn't know how to be loyal to anyone, and that's why she is all over the place. This is the thing. I think that Kyle doesn't know how to be loyal to anyone. That is 100% true. I also think that Kyle just does not want to get exposed. She's deflecting and deflecting. And to me, Kyle looks like someone who's wailing, who's drowning. She's drowning and she's deflecting. Hey, AG, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really, really appreciate it. To me, Kyle is drowning. She sees the walls closing in and she's drowning. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. I'm just going to pick a spot. So if I miss you, I'm sorry. Hey, Haley T. Lightwork. Thieves usually sell things they steal. That part. They don't put them in bubble wrap in their grandma's basement waiting for you. So this is what I'm thinking. And again, everything in my videos are alleged and opinion-based and rumored. I do think that Kyle, because at first I didn't believe it, but this is what happens. People always tell on themselves. Kyle, you shouldn't have told this story. You should not have told this story. Number one, how did the thieves have Mauricio's sister's contact information? Unless, see, this is some bullshit, right? Unless they knew her or they were in on it. Kyle literally said they contacted my sister-in-law. How? How? That is such a random person to contact. Not the thieves contacted me. Not the thieves contacted my husband. The thieves contacted my husband's sister, your sister-in-law. How the hell did they? First of all, how did the thieves know Mauricio's sister? I didn't even know Mauricio had a sister, and we cover Real Housewives of Beverly Hills nearly every hour. You're telling on yourself, Kyle. You're telling on yourself. So the thieves just so happen to be able to contact Mauricio's sisters, and they just so happen to have bubble wrapped all of your expensive jewelry, your family heirlooms, your bags and your shoes, and all of that in their grandma's house for safekeeping. Did the statute, like on your insurance claim, did it expire? Is that what happened? Is that why you're telling the story now? The statute expired, so now it's okay for you to get your stuff back and you don't have to repay them? Is that what's going on? Hey, Natalia, I am sick of Kyle's excuse for everything when she gets called out as alcohol or anxiety. Thank you. She said she ran in Amsterdam because of anxiety, but that didn't stop her from defending Lisa over her sister. 100%. 100%. You can't blame it on the alcohol, and you can't blame it on anxiety. A lot of people have anxiety. Doesn't make them a-holes. A lot of people have anxiety. You didn't defend your sister. You defended Lisa. And again, you didn't defend your other sister, Kathy. You defended Lisa. Kyle, you're the problem. It's not alcohol. It's not anxiety. It's you. You sat there in Sutton's face while she's saying she had 2 miscarriages, and you sit there and basically called her a liar to her face when she's talking about having lost the pregnancies. That is vile and disgusting and cruel. Kyle, to me, any type of sympathy for her I had went 100% out of the window. Insurance fraud. That's right. Now let's get to Dorit. I'm gonna do, man, they're giving me so much content though, I can't lie. Because I got so many videos I'm about to pop out. Now listen. Dorit. This is what I think with Dorit and PK. Again, everything in my video, I just have to keep repeating this because nobody come for me. I ain't giving nothing to you, Dorit. I ain't giving nothing to you, Kyle, so don't come after me. Again, everything is alleged, rumored, opinion based. Now, PK and Dorit, this is what I think happened with them. I think their very first break-in, I think that was legit. I think they really were broken into the first time. And then they were like, hey, instead of doing bankruptcy scams, we could do an insurance fraud. This was way easier, right? Because we all know that PK would take out $5 million loans from banks. He took out multi-million loans from investors and from friends. And then he would turn around and file bankruptcy. So he would essentially keep the money, file bankruptcy, so then he didn't have to pay it back, but he still had all the money. It was basically like a white collar crime, white collar fraud. That's why Barclays was trying to sue him to get the $5 million back. But that was his scheme. He would go out there and schmooze. He would get all these investors' money, millions of dollars. He'd go to the banks and get all these loans. And then he would turn around, file bankruptcy so they couldn't come after him to recoup their money. But then he would just go out and spend the money. It was a whole scheme and fraud. And I think they're like, hey, look at this insurance money. And then I think they saw Mauricio and Kyle, who, in my opinion, because Kyle, you told on yourself. To be honest, I actually thought that they really got broken into. But after what Kyle said on this reunion, girl, y'all set that up. You and Mauricio, and allegedly Mauricio's sister, you said it out of your own mouth. The thieves contacted your sister-in-law. How and why? How and why? If somebody broke into my sister's house, well, let me put it this way. If somebody broke into my sister's house, no, if I'm a sister-in-law, I am a sister-in-law, but I have to switch the thing. Anyway, if somebody broke into my sister's house, they're not going to contact me. They're going to contact them. They're not going to contact a sister-in-law. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. Okay, if somebody broke into my brother-in-law's, whatever, you guys get it. You know what I'm saying? It's fraud. And so then I think that Dorit and PK was like, hey, Teddy and her husband, Kyle and her husband, they just pulled off a scheme at Kyle's house. They just got a big paycheck. Let's just do it too. Because there's a couple I'm doing a video on this. You guys get ready, because I am on one when it comes to the Housewives of Beverly Hills. They just tell themselves so much. Because this is the thing that has always bothered me about Dorit's break-in. And this is why I've always been on the fence. In the footage, we saw that the robbers, right? It's primarily that one guy in the hoodie. And then I think in another footage, there's another guy, right? There's two of them. This is the thing that always bothered me. Why are they wearing C19 masks and not ski masks? What robber is like, let me make sure that I'm not going to, cough, that I'm not going to get somebody sneeze on me. Let me make sure that my booster shot's working. Let me make sure I have my C19 mask on. But you don't have a ski mask. To me, wearing a C19 mask is a type of familiarity. It's a type of looseness. It's a type of, I don't know what the word is, right? It's a type of non-threat, right? It's a non-threatening thing. I'm going to wear my C19 mask out, and then I'm taking the mask off. I'm with my friends, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It is not the type of mask you wear when you're about to break into somebody's house with guns and steal their stuff and threaten the person and their kids that you're going to kill them. You're not wearing your C19 mask. You're wearing a ski mask, so it's going to cover your entire face. I watch Law and Order. Duh. The robbers always wear a ski mask. Who's wearing a C19 mask to break into somebody's house? And just a hoodie. No, I wear a C19 mask and a hoodie to go to the grocery store, not to rob somebody's house. To me, it just felt too comfortable. That is the word I'm looking for. Comfortable. It's too comfortable. Wearing a C19 mask to go break into somebody's house with guns and to threaten a wife with children. You're wearing a C19 mask. It's too comfortable. That is what has always been burning at me. That is the thing where I was like, this does not feel right. This doesn't feel right. Anyway, all right, you guys, let's go. Hey, AG, I would not have even said anything about that. Exactly, because it's very ridiculous and makes no sense whatsoever. Thank you. Kyle, you told on yourself. Whoever is the insurance people, I'm not a snitch, and I don't really care that much to look into it, but you told I would have questions. Hey, Babs, right. Kyle wants to make an excuse for wearing the stolen goods. Exactly. Andy looked distressed and said, let's move on. Exactly. She wants to put it out there on the record. So when she starts wearing her mom's jewelry again, wearing all the stolen goods again, she has it on record of what happened, right? A bunch of BS. No thief. And this is another thing. Babs, thank you for saying that comment, because I just realized something. This is enough. Ooh, Kyle, girl, you caught. We're putting on our candy cane critical thinking hats, right? Why would the thief follow me on this? Because Kyle, you're caught. Why would the thief call Kyle's sister-in-law, which would be Mauricio's sister, to try and get them to send them money in exchange for the goods when they just could sell the goods. If this thief is hard up for money, wouldn't he just sell what he stole? If I'm hard up for money and I'm a thief and I have in bubble wrap in my grandma's basement hundreds of thousands of dollars of designer clothes and jewelry and handbags and who knows what else, wouldn't I just sell it? Why in the world would I expose myself to the people I stole it from? Like, it's not me going to Target and asking for a refund. Hey, Target, I bought this shirt from you. Now I'm strapped for cash. I shouldn't have bought the shirt. Can you give me my money back for the shirt? Thieves don't do refunds. I'm so, like, Kyle, your cop girl, because it simply does not track. If the thief was hard up for money, the way she was trying to say, like, she was like, oh, he's in jail and needs money, or she said something like that, right? If the thief needed money, wouldn't he just sell the stuff? Kyle, you did this. Kyle and Mauricio, you did this. You did this. You did this. You did this. In my opinion, you did this because it doesn't make sense. Why in the world would they contact you and put themselves in the position to be caught and in the position to go to jail? If they needed money, they would just sell the goods. Kyle, girl, you lying. Hey, Foxy Ripley, sounds really crazy to me. Scheme Todd made up. Hey, Shelly at AG, she wants to wear them again. Exactly. God, Bab says, shut up, Kyle. I'm telling you, I was heated. I was so heated. Hey, CR, hope her insurance company heard that because she's paying them to get her crap back 100%. 100%. This is what I think. I think maybe her insurance had a clause. Like if the goods are not recouped by this date, then you can keep whatever funds they did. Maybe that time is up, and maybe that's now she feels like it's safe to put out this fake story to get her goods back so now she can start wearing them again. Also, don't forget Farrah's wedding is coming up. I bet you she wants to give Farrah something of her mother's for the wedding. Hey, Eileen, Burgos and Beverly Hills sure sound nice and reasonable dudes. I'm surprised that they didn't bring Kyle a pizza and a jacket. That part. And again, with Dorit, what robber would put your cell phone quite conveniently right by the doorway just because you asked him to? Sounds like a setup. Hey, BH Puff 3, Kyle completely missed the mark with that violator remark to Crystal. She clearly stated that in an instance it would be about her culture and her body dysmorphia. Exactly. Hey, Carla's career shortcuts. Dorit and Kyle robbers both robbed them and then paid for a storage unit that normally has cameras. Nah, LOL. That sus candy. Exactly. Exactly. Because you know what? That's another thing. Didn't Dorit get some of her stuff back from the first robbery? Y'all listen. Hey, Foxy Kyle is a closet narc. That part. I'm like, Kyle was so disgusting. I mean, so disgusting. Honestly, I didn't think it was possible, but I like her less than I like Rinna and Erica. At this point, and honestly, prior to this reunion part 1, I liked Lisa and Erica less than I liked Kyle. But I'm going to be honest, Candy Canes. Right now, I like Kyle less than the two of them. To me, Lisa and Erica, they're kind of Tweedledee and Tweedledum at this point. I think that they've done a lot of shady stuff. I think they're pretty vile. But now I'm seeing Kyle is actually the most rotten one in the bunch. I think that it's just like we said earlier. Lisa and Erica took advantage of an opportunity. But the person who gave them the opportunity was Kyle. Hey, Deborah Cartier, the same robber that leaves Dorit's cell phones. Exactly, by the back gate for you to call your husband. Thank you. Deborah says, LOL. Hey, Miss Bernice. She goes, Netflix has a documentary on the young adults that were robbing the celebrities and became famous for it. Yeah, I think it's the bling ring. 100%. Hey, Mysteries. Miss Bernice, thank you for being a channel member, Miss Bernice. Oh, that's right, you guys. I'm doing a giveaway for channel members. I'm giving away some skincare products and some beauty products. All the info is in the community tab. Hey, Reese, what's up? Diana just bought a board. A what? Diana just bought a Bored Ape NFT. Bored Ape has connections to white supremacy and child P word. Whoa. Ugh, I can't with her. Hi, Haley T Light 100%. Hey, Babs, exactly 100. Hey, Foxy, maybe PK was one of the thieves. PK was a getaway driver with his convenient DUIs and his convenient charges being dropped. Very convenient. PK got his charges dropped. SW says, LOL, right? Hey, Carla's. Now we know my 8-year-old niece can catch a thief if they called it on. Hold on, sorry. Now we know my 8-year-old niece can catch a thief if they called because it can be traced so they know who called. Exactly. Exactly. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Hey, AG, you are so right. Kyle is literally a dumb. Kyle is dumb. Kyle is dumb. She exposed, because you know me, I'm the #1 conspiracy person, and I actually fell for the okie doke with Kyle and her robbery. But with this statement on this reunion, girl, you told on yourself. You told on yourself. Oh, if. All good, Carla. We got it. I got it. I figured it out. Hey, Barbara. Yes, you guys are laughing. All right, let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Carla said they can trace phone calls too. LOL. Exactly. They can trace everything. That's right. Well, this is the thing. Apparently, Kyle now knows who the robbers are since she sent them money. Who just send them money to? You send them a check for the storage fee? Come on now. Hey, Chocolate Chunks, that story was so weird. Why bring it up right then and there, but not privately with her friends? Kyle is so fake. Exactly. She brought it up because she wanted it on camera. Because, like everybody said, she wants to start wearing the stolen goods again, and she needed a story on how she got it back. Also, like I said before, Farrah's wedding is coming up. And don't forget, she said the thieves stole all of her mom's priceless heirloom jewelry. So she probably wants to give Farrah something for her wedding. Hey, Steve C., the thieves work at the agency. That part. Hey, Shelly, the insurance company could demand the items be sold. That is true. That's why I think there's probably like a clause. I think there's probably a clause like anything recouped after this date, you can keep, and you can keep the money. You know, so there's probably some insurance clause. Hey, SW, exactly. His sister wants to be famous now. That's why. LOL. AG says, yep. Hey, Fiona, waiting for a 10 seconds ad. Waiting for a 10 seconds ad. Yep. 100%. Kelly says, maybe his sister is going to be on Mo's show. Hey, that is a good one. That is a good one. Carla's laughing. Barbara says Kyle was shaking was shaking Sutton. 100%. Darren Hood says, I'm done with Kyle. AG says, oh my gosh, exactly. I wish Kyle would get lost, but it is vile and cruel is Kyle's name. You guys, she's just a mess, an absolute mess. Let me see. You guys rock with me for a second. Let me see if I can find that file where it might just pop up. If it just pops up, we'll just enjoy it and watch it. But this is where she's being exposed.
I can just say, when all of this was going down, Kyle said to me, I'm glad that people are seeing this so they...
By the way, that was between us, by the way, Erica. Thanks.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was in private.
Okay. Well, I'll take that as
you
private.
get that, right?
I'll get it right now.
If you're doing this to protect me, this is only hurting me. If I share something in confidence, I don't expect you to share it with a group. And yes, I was relieved that someone else saw what I have to endure sometimes. And yes, I did say that because I was very hurt by my sister and I was angry. But I don't want her to share that with everyone.
Well, then talk about it.
You guys, we're going to watch again, okay? Now, just for context, this is the unseen footage from the season finale that Bravo or whoever just dropped. And what's happening in the scene is that Erica is telling it all. She's telling about how Kyle said to her she's happy and she's glad that everything is coming out about Kathy, right? This is that opportunity she's talking about, where she's co-signing and she's saying, yes, talk about my sister. Yes, disrespect her. Yes, quote, expose her in the press and the news, right? Because Kyle thought the only thing that they were going to say is Kathy is so mean to Kyle, and that this would make Kathy the villain and this would make Kyle the victim. Now, the opportunity that they took is when Lisa Rinna was like, oh, well, this is going to be my storyline, and I'm going to say Kathy said the N-word, and I'm going to say Kathy said a homophobic slur, and I'm going to say she had a psychotic break. And then Erica was like, well, since you're saying I can do it, I'm going to take the opportunity to take the heat off of myself, and I'm going to try and throw Kathy under the bus as much as I can, and we're going to keep bringing up Kathy and keep bringing her up so you don't talk about my fraud, you don't talk about me. But the person who co-signed it was Kyle. And Bravo, for whatever reason, deleted this scene and it never aired, and now it's being leaked. Let's watch again, and then I'm going to break into why Kyle is so hypocritical and why this is such a vindication for Kathy. Okay, let's watch again.
Well, then talk about Erica.
I can just say, when all of this was going down, Kyle said to me, I'm glad that people are seeing this so they
By the way, that was between us, by the way, Erica. Thanks.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was in private.
Okay, well, I'll
You
take
get
that as
You get that, right?
I'll get it right now.
If you're doing this to protect me, this is only hurting me. If I share something in confidence, I don't expect you to share it with a group. And yes, I was relieved that someone else saw what I have to endure sometimes. And yes, I did say that because I was very hurt by my sister and I was angry. But I don't want her to share that with everyone. Well, then talk about it.
Are you guys ready for my breakdown? This is the literal epitome of hypocrisy, of all of the BS they have put us through for the last 10 months, like Kathy was saying. So Kyle, let's get this straight. You were hurt, you were angry, and you were mad, and you were going on a rant against your sister Kathy, right? Because you were hurt by her. You were angry and you were pissed and you were hurt and you were going on a rant against your sister, right? In private, right? To Erica. And you expected what? You expected her to keep it confidential. You expected her to keep it private. You didn't expect her to share it publicly. You didn't expect her to share it with the group. You wanted her to keep your confidence because you were hurt and you were venting about your sister. Is that not the exact, and I mean exact thing that Kathy Hilton did? Kathy was hurt. She was pissed. She was angry. She was ranting and venting about you, who is her sister, in private, in confidence, off camera, to Lisa Rinna. And you wanted all of us to think that she did not expect the same level of privacy and confidence and being something said in confidence and confidentiality that you expected, that Kathy had no right to think that this doesn't need to become public. This does not need to go back to the rest of the group, aka silence is golden. How in the world is this not the epitome? I'm talking the epitome of hypocrisy. So it's okay when you, Kyle, you get your feelings hurt and you pop off about your sister in confidence off camera, to expect it not to become public knowledge in the blogs and taken back to the group. But yet you think Kathy has to be crucified in the blogs and with the ladies in the group for doing the exact same thing. Kyle, you're disgusting. But thank you for the content, because I'm going to do a whole video on your hypocrisy, because it's so much and it's low-hanging fruit because you're so hypocritical. So hypocritical. This one, I'm telling you, this one episode has so much juice. I'm going to do a dissection into Diana because she told a lot on herself. I'm going to do a dissection into Kyle because Kyle told a lot on herself. And then I'm going to do a dissection into Dorit because I'm just not buying the house stuff. I'm just not buying the house stuff. But this is the level of hypocrisy. You threw your sister to the wolves. You threw your sister to Lisa and Erica. You threw her to the wolves. And it turns out you did the exact same thing. You did the exact same thing. You got your little feelings hurt, you popped off, and then you didn't want anybody to talk about it. But yet when Kathy did that, instead of having your sisters back, you got up on Instagram smiling and skinning and grinning with Lisa Rinna with the caption, "We're going to talk about it." But yet you checked Erica when Erica was talking about it. Erica, this is why I'm saying I'm actually liking Lisa and Erica more than Kyle. I never thought it would happen, but here we are. Here we are. Because I actually think in that moment, Erica didn't even get it. She didn't even understand. Like, I don't think in that moment Erica was trying to betray Kyle. I don't think she was trying to expose anything. I actually think in that moment, Erica was just talking. And then she realized real quickly, she was like, okay, well, I get it now. She realized really quickly that the truth, just her talking about what happened, would expose Kyle. Because at the end of the day, Kyle was the one who was behind the shits the entire time. Level of hypocrisy. The epitome of hypocrisy. And Kyle could have nipped it in the bud. That's why Kyle is the most to blame. When she knew Kathy was pissed and popped off, again, I don't think Kathy said anything about the N-word. I don't think Kathy said any type of homophobic slur. I don't think any of that. I think Kathy probably popped off about Kyle and her family. Maybe she said something about the other women. Let me put my banner back. Maybe she said something about the other women. Maybe not. That will come out in the wash next part 2. But if Kyle had given her sister the same, not even grace, but basic decency and courtesy that she expected Erica to give her, this would not have gone down this way. And the problem is, we could have still had a great season. The darkness isn't what makes Beverly Hills great, or the ratings. It's that we're trying to get to the light. And that's what I don't think Andy or Bravo or NBC understands. They see the ratings and they think they want the dark. No, it's we're activists now, but you could still have the ratings without the darkness. You just have to do your job. Find the right women. Stop protecting the wrong ones. Because again, Bravo, why was this not seen initially in the original finale for all markets? Because we already know you didn't do the same episode for America that you did your international. Those deleted and cut scenes are being leaked. We're seeing now that you didn't do America's live episode the way you did the international live episode. Why? Why did you cut the scenes? Why did you delete the scenes? And why are you exposing it now? Because you're called out and you're caught and you can't hide anymore? Bravo, you are just as messy as these women because you enable it. You're deleting scenes, you're cutting scenes, you're doing one version of an episode in America, a totally different version for the rest of the world. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, NBC tried to come for my channel. I wasn't going to ever talk about this. But NBC tried to come for my channel. I'm trying to hit 10K. Like, I'm like a little micro content creator, and NBC tried to come for my channel. But they only came for my channel. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. They only came for my channel when I started posting the cut and deleted scenes. When I did that, I don't know if you guys saw the video I did. I did the video on it was like the Bravo cut scenes, and it was the one with Erica's publicist, and they were at the hair extension party. Bravo tried to demonetize me, but I fought it. And when I fought it, they had to release it. But they had never come from me. They had never come for me until I posted that cut scene. Why are they Bravo, why are you coming from me? I've been working my butt off trying to get to 10K, and you're freaking NBC Universal, and you're trying to demonetize me. I was never gonna tell it, but you know what? If I'm expecting these women to tell the truth, I gotta tell the truth too. I was never gonna tell it, but they came at me, and the only time they came at me was when I was posting the deleted and the cut scenes, and they tried to get me demonetized. But I fought it. That's why now I always say all the footage and images in my videos are protected by fair use. I have it in the description box on the banner, but now I say it. But they tried to demonetize me 3 times. They tried to do it 3 times. I'm trying to get to 10K. What are you scared of, Bravo? To be perfectly honest, I didn't even know NBC knew about me. But they had no problem with my content. But the moment I started posting the cut it and the deleted scenes, that's when they tried to demonetize my channel. So I'm telling you, they're sneaky. I don't know what their problem is, but I fought it. Okay, let's see. Hey, Haley T, Bravo, shaking my head. Yep. Hey, Tobias, Candy, you tape an investigator. They were scared. I know. I am like an investigator. And you know what it is? Not to toot my own horn, but toot. You know what it is? I share my authentic opinion and perspective. I'm not a content creator that just reads the article and say, what do you think? And then jump off. I could, if that's the case, I could just read the article for myself and talk to myself. I actually say what I really think. I scrutinize, I analyze, I'm critical, I correct myself when I'm wrong. Whereas some other people just regurgitate whatever they're told to say. And that's the truth. That's the truth. You know what I mean? Because a lot of bigger content creators were showing the same exact clips I was showing. Just the narrative was different. I don't know if they came after them or not. Anyway, S12 says, good for you, girl. Yeah, I was like, I was like, I'm just getting started on YouTube. Like, I'm just growing and flourishing, and I love my Candy Cane community. I was like, y'all are not about to try and demonetize this. No way. Victoria says, right on, Candy. Yeah, I fought it. They came at me 3 times, and I fought each one. Hey, Truth and Dilly, that means you're good. Exactly. Yes, you're hitting it on the head. Keep going, Candy. You are with you. Exactly. Ramsey says, really? Yes. And I have the receipts. I have the receipts. I kept the emails. I have the receipts. So I'm not lying. I can drop them. I have the receipts. They tried to demonetize me 3 times. Hey, Steve Z, yes, those scenes were very interesting. Hey, GGF627, let's not forget Adrian Malouf's weird contempt for Dr. Policy. Fair. Hey, Carla's career at Candy, because you were right. Truth hurts. Yup. Hey, G Sawyer, bravo, bravo, LOL. Exactly. Bravo, bravo, effing bar, bravo. And honestly, like, there were a lot of great content creators out there, 100%, but some of them are on certain people's payrolls. They are. They are. That's all. I mean, it is what it is. Hey, Kyle B. No, they were suppressing everyone's channel. The old one is gone. And then they have this is suppressing in indie creators. I bet you get more views than some Bravo shows. Exactly. The industry is suppressing us because they fail. Yes. Yep. Hey, Tobias. Bravo, Evan, Bravo. Exactly. Yeah, they were trying to shut it down. Ramsey says, you need Kathy Hilton. I know. Come on, Kathy. I'm with you. Babs, because you unravel the web. That's why they come for you. 100%. Hey, Tobias, Candy, you are so chic. You're too chic for that. Exactly. But I was like, I was like, I have a whole, thank you, Babs, for the super chat. I appreciate it. I was like, Bravo, leave me alone. I was like, I have a whole candy cane community I have to look after. You're not shutting us down today. You're really not. And this is another reason why I know that they were being really dirty, was because they didn't ask me to take it down. What they were trying to do was if the video was monetized, any money made from that video, NBC Universal wanted to take it. That's how dirty they were being. It wasn't, oh, you need to take this down. It was, you can keep it up, but if you make any money off of it, you have to pay us. That's what they were doing. They didn't ask me to take the video down. They just said, if you make any money off of this video, it's not going to you, Candy. It's going to NBC Universal. That's what they did. Aw, thank you guys so much for the support. Yay! Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Hey, Shelly, Bravo doesn't want the truth out. That so much is scripted, and they know it. 100%. Hey, Steve C. Lots of those content creators are going to BravoCon with free passes, maybe not so independent. Yeah, this is the thing. There's no way I would go to BravoCon. I will go to BravoCon once I have my own show and I'm hosting a panel, or we're going to host a Kiki with Candy or a Candy Cane Corner. That's when I'll go to BravoCon. Until then, I'm going to be right here on YouTube with y'all. Foop Ely says Bravo's a bunch of clowns. Exactly. Hey, Carla, you know what, Steve? Great point indeed. Hey, Foxy. Oh, that is interesting. Hey, Holly, I hope Kathy and Garcelle crushes these frauds. I cannot wait for Kathy to eat up Lisa Rinna, to eat her up. And no wonder Kyle was sitting there in shambles. She was sitting there in shambles because she got exposed. Point blank period. She got exposed. Hey, Jay Sawyer, I didn't buy that version of the black content creator meeting, like take it like into the dark web. Exactly. These people playing in our faces with that BS. 100%. Diana plays dumb when it's convenient for her. But allegedly, she's smart enough to create a charity and to do all this other stuff. She plays dumb when it's convenient. And also, Diana, have you ever watched, not even reality, but have you been alive for the last forever? Don't you know any person in the public sphere will have people and individuals, whether it's bloggers, content creators, YouTubers, the press, the media, the newspaper, the radio, always have opinions on people who are in the public arena? Mother Teresa had haters. And you, Diana, thought that you were going to have people commenting on your shady, fraudulent, criminal, allegedly past? You somehow thought that our job as content creators was to just kiss your butt? Miss me with that. You knew exactly what you were saying, Diana. You knew exactly what you were saying. You just tried to peel it back by playing dumb. You knew exactly. And you know what? You did the same thing. When Garcelle said, why are you so obsessed with me? And she's like, oh, because you're so gorgeous. You knew exactly what you were doing. You have a good enough English for that, right? Ridiculous. Hey, Kyle B, they need every nickel. Hey Tobias, that is so dirty. I would get sick. I would get sick and exactly. Lisa saying that she don't tell it, she'll get sick and die. Girl, bye. Hey SWO, so they are leaking these videos as a stream of income. LOL. Listen, I'm telling you, that's what they did. They did that. They did not tell me to remove it. They just said, well, if you keep, it was basically like almost like a veiled, like, well, if you don't take it down, then we're gonna take the money. They tried to and so therefore, if I kept it up, it would be demonetized. It would be there, but I wouldn't make any money off of it. And if I did make the money, it would go into NBC. It would go into NBC Universal's pocket. So what in that situation? What would you do? You take it down. But I didn't. I fought, and I won, and that's why it's still up, and it's monetized for me, not them. But I fought it, and I did it 3 times. 3 times, and I fought each one. Hey Babs, that was for your incredible sleuthing skills. Exactly. And I'm just getting started. I'm telling you, this reunion gave me so much juice. Oh, over the next couple of days, I'm dropping some stuff. Hey Satin T, Love T. Hey. Love you from South Africa. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you too. Let's see. Hey, Eileen, what's up? She goes, at Steve, I'm very suspicious of certain content creators that they're getting paid to say or not to say certain things. Yeah. And again, I'm not trying to talk down or shade any other content creator by any means, because again, I think that there should be like solidarity between us. But we're also not stupid. Like, when someone is saying what they think and their opinion on it. And that's another thing. There's space for everyone. But I think that if you're going to be a content creator that just regurgitates, then you need to be upfront with that. Just say, you'll never know what I actually think. I'm just going to regurgitate this article to you, and that's it. Then that's fine. But it's the playing in the faces. That's the problem I have. Don't act like you're something when you're not. That's the issue I take. Hey, Soya Candy, you hit it over with Bravo. Hit dog Shirley Holler. Exactly. Hey, Shelly, I'd probably get arrested if I went to BravoCon because I slapped the crap out of Erica for what she did to Jax. I know. I'm not going to BravoCon. Absolutely not. I'm going to be reading the articles. I'm going to be looking for the footage. And I'm going to be right on here at YouTube with all my candy canes. That's going to be my BravoCon, right here with you guys. Hey, Truth or Dilly and me can't wait for Kathy next week. I can't wait for Kathy. I can't wait. Hey, BH Puff 3, I think it's funny how Kyle was all the smoke for Crystal, exactly, but turns into a scared turtle when her sister gets there. Girl, bye. That part. And how come she doesn't have the same smoke for Lisa? Or for Erica, since she's the one who is alleging behind dropping all of the leaks to the press. Hey, Cheryl, Bravo is coming for you because you're very opinionated. Remind me of my daughter. Ah, yay, thank you. Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm always going to tell my opinion because I'm not in anybody's pocket. Bravo is not paying me. No reality star is paying me. Anything I do on YouTube is just because I'm monetized. The only money I make from YouTube is because I'm monetized on YouTube. Any super chats or super stickers. And if anybody shops my love collection or buys my books from here, that's it. Nobody else is paying me. Nobody else. I'm not in anybody's pocket. I'll be honest, I'm not. And they probably won't ever ask me to. And I kind of want to keep it that way. I'm fine. Hey, Holly, Kitty, it's because you call him out. Exactly. Hey, Steve, Bradley, yes, you can tell the ones who never really question anything. And even when they are, because this is a thing, sometimes we'll get leaked stuff and like we'll say it because we think it's true. But my problem is once it has been so clearly debunked and you still stick with the fake narrative, that's when I know something's up. That's why I know something's up. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you just read the article. You just got the blind item. You just got the, email with the blast and they're saying everything and you just believed it. And so now you're regurgitating it. But once it comes, like, for example, with like the Diana donating the 100K, I get how you could at face value, just looking at the headline, think, oh, she donated the 100K. Okay, she donated it, blah, 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 blah. Let's report it, right? I get that. But then once it came out that that was pretty much a lie, that if you read the fine print, if you actually read the press release, if you go to the website, she actually didn't donate a dime. She was asking for donations to her charity, and then she would actually control all the money. Because a lot of charities, they'll take out like 95% admin fees, and then only a small portion actually ever goes to the charity, to the people it's supposed to go to. She did not donate. So once it came out that that was clearly a lie, I saw certain content creators continue the lie. And when I saw certain content creators continue the lie, because I'm like, if I know this is a lie, I know y'all know it's a lie. That's when I was like, oh, y'all really playing in our faces too. Because I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But when it's obvious and you're still lying for these people, Hey, Carla, that dust allergy made Diana confuse black for the dark web. Exactly. And Diana, you're lying about the dust allergy. You were shopping in Aspen and you had no problem then. What happened to your dust allergy? I thought you couldn't go into stores. You went into stores in Aspen. You were shopping with Erica and Dorit. Hey, Fiona, Kyle really deserves a name by Kyle. She does. She does. She's really gross. Hey, Young Rich, Diana is a weirdo creep. I mean, no lies detected. Hey, HT, and Diana is not that dumb to put out a cease and desist. That part. She plays dumb when it's convenient for her. Hey, G Sawyer, Diana not so dumb when it comes to sex. Bloop. Exactly. Hey, Truth or Dilly says exactly. Foxy says Diana knew what her words meant. She did. She knew what her words meant. And this is the thing. Why use the word black at all? I don't care what language you speak. I don't care what your original language is. If I'm like, oh, it must be bad to be a miserable content creator. It must be so bad to be a negative content creator. It must be so bad to be a dark content creator. If she would have said the word dark, I would have believed the whole dark web stuff. But she said the word black. She knew exactly what she meant. Hey, Tobias, Diana has a problem, really obvious. Don't want to dig, looks really dirty. Hey, Holly, at Fiona, I agree. Holly says Foxy Ripley, of course she does. I mean, it's pretty sickening. It's pretty sickening. Foxy says, love it, Candy. Thank you. Hey, SW, this is great because you are not only fighting for you, but for other content creators. Exactly. 100%. Because this is the thing. And then I'm going to stop harping about the Bravo stuff. Oh, wait, let me check the time because I'm going to be on Freddie's channel today. I'm pretty sure. Let me quickly confirm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on Freddie's channel today. Okay, anyway. This is the thing. Why I know that Bravo and NBC were purposely targeting me and maybe some other content creators, right? They knew that I legally did nothing wrong. They knew it. But they still came after me to intimidate me in case I was dumb enough or scared enough to back off. NBC Universal has tons of lawyers. They know the situation. They know copyright laws. They know all of that already, which is why they ultimately ended up dropping it and releasing the claim, right? So if you knew in the beginning that I did nothing wrong, why go after me in the first place? You see what I'm saying? It's not like they thought, oh, she did something wrong, let's go after her. And they're like, oh, wow, you're right, you didn't. You already knew I did nothing wrong. So then why go after me in the first place? See what I'm saying? Foxy says Friday's Wi-Fi works now. Goody. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on his show in like a couple of minutes, in like 10 minutes. All right. Oh, Shelly, that's right. Don't forget to thumbs up if you're watching. Do. Hey, Carmen. Kyle was on live with Andy Cohen last night. Sounded like Kyle isn't mad at Rinna and Erica. I heard from someone else Rinna will be back. What do you think? Honestly, I have no idea at this point. I have no idea. I think the fact, after I saw that unseen footage clip, to me, I just don't believe a word Kyle says. I just don't. She was still going after her sister on social media. I think that Kyle is just so deeply jealous and disturbed that the only reason why she even called out Lisa and Erica at all was to save her own skin, not because she actually wanted to make things right with her sister. I think she's just, yeah. Hey, Reese, I plan to start exposing Diana with new info week after reunion ends. Ooh, Reese, bloop, bloop. Foxy says Kyle should be mad at Rinna and Erica if she was a good sister. She never should have allowed it in the first place. Chocolate says NBC Universal are bullies. They were trying to bully me because they knew I did nothing wrong. So why come after me? But that's okay. Guess what, NBC and Universal and Bravo? I forgive you for trying to come at me, but you can't keep a good girl down. I still forgive you. I still forgive you. Honestly, it's not that deep. I fought it, I won, and we here. So it's all good. SW says, also after Andy's comment on Rinna's IG post, that's right, the clapping 100%. Shelly says 100% at Foxy. She's the leader of the pack. That part. Oof, you guys, we did it. Part 1 is in the bank. And be on the lookout. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Oh, Victoria, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that so much. And that's going to go to me and not NBC. All right. Thank you guys so much. This has been so much fun. Don't forget that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to do separate mini videos on the biggest stuff that came out in this part 1 reunion. I'm gonna cover Kyle's hypocrisy. That'll be one video. And then I'm gonna dissect Diana. That's gonna be another video. And then some stuff on Dorit. I think we need to get some stuff out on Dorit. So I'm gonna do a Dorit video too. I love you guys so much. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much, Victoria, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I'm going to check in with Freddie, so support him too, Reality Diamond. I'm going to go and be on his show today, I'm pretty sure. Fingers crossed. Okay, so G Soya says, I like how Garcelle tore Kyle a new one. She was too invested to jump into Garcelle and Diana's segment. That part. Dumb move after I laughed about Jax being verbally abused by Erica. 100%. Hey, Valerie, says we have your back. Thank you. And I got your back. I was like, you're not going to take me away from my candy canes. Like, it's not happening. It's freedom of speech. I can talk about the shows just like everybody else can. Hey, Shelly at Shortcuts. Thanks, Dangs. That's pricey. Hey, Laura D. She was my friend just like my sister. To be honest, I don't either, but no one can talk bad about her. Same. I come from a family of a lot of sisters. I'm the youngest girl. And so there are some of my siblings who I actually don't like talking to either, to be honest. But I'll be damned if anybody on my watch disrespects my family. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I could be on non-speaking terms with my sister. But I wish somebody would try and check for her in my presence. It would just never happen. Because it's family. You just don't do it. Thank you guys so much. Yay! Hey, Truth Daily, love your positive energy. That's right. We are over here and we are doing it. Victoria says, love you and Freddie. Me too. Freddie's great. That's another thing. I love that Freddie has such a great point of view. You know what I mean? He's opinionated. He has a point of view. He has a really good voice. He has the tea. Like, Freddie's like a good time, and he's positive, and Freddie's a really good time. I'm excited to join him as well. All right, you guys. Carla says, you killed it, Candy. Thank you. When you feel like people are kicking you in the butt, that means you're out in front in the lead. Exactly. Let them eat your dust. It was great talking to everyone. Yes. Foxy says, it was Kathy. I would never trust Kyle again. Absolutely. Foxy says, he's a smart young man. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So I have to go. Yes, SW, I like Freddie too. He investigates. Exactly. He is. Do you still hear Freddie's easy on the eyes? Yay. Hey, Millie Ryan, Candy, you should have been one of the facilitating the reunion. Thank you so much. You have great questions and are right about Andy not being on the mark. That's the thing, because it's like, is he watching the shows? And if so, is he watching it with a discerning eye, or is he watching it through a biased lens? Do you know what I mean? Carmen asks, Reality Diamond. Reality Diamond is Freddie's show, Freddie's channel. Shelly means, can we all agree Jack's such a great kid, such a great kid? Many teens would have come back swearing at Erica that night. No, all of Garcelle's children are just fantastic and amazing. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. This has been so much fun. Be on the lookout for those other mini videos. Give me a couple days because I want to do a deep dive and really dissect and get into everything for you guys. I love you so much. I'm going to go see what's happening with Freddie. Hopefully I'll be on his channel very soon. I love you guys. All right, I'll talk to you later. As always, take care of yourself and each other. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to check out everything in the description box and shop our love collection. I'm also doing a members only giveaway, so check out the community tab. I'm giving away some skincare products and some beauty products. So all you have to do is become a member to enter the giveaway. And if you are a current member, you can also enter as well. It's not just for new members, it's for all members. And once we hit 10K, you guys, I will be doing another giveaway for 10K. And yeah, it'll still be like skincare and beauty products because that's my jam. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for holding me down. I had so much fun. I don't even want to get off, but gotta do it. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go.